I promise you, ladies and gentlemen, this will be well worth the wait. In prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage, the platform that our guest and the IMF most certainly helped build, literally almost from the beginning, Sportswire Radio. But boy, do we have a lot to talk about. Because, to announce our guest formally coming on here tonight in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage, he kind of forewarned us in an almost rather uncontroversial way of what was going to happen 13 days ago at the IMF's last show, One Night Stand, where he literally talked about the tag team championships. He literally talked about Omen Black, and he literally talked about a decision he was going to make. And ladies and gentlemen, well, he announced that decision to the world. I'm going to get into that. I'm also going to get into what our guest is doing 15 days from now in the IMF's next show, All Out War, where he's going to be in the All Out War match, and he's going to be alongside guys that, he's been sworn enemies with for years in some cases, and one guy that I need a scorecard to figure out where his relationship's been with him, and plus guys that he's burned Ula follows up. Boy, I don't even know where to begin when it comes to that. Plus, we'll talk about maybe, how about his future, and what about those House of Wolves? And everyone's talked about the house always wins, and the house is stronger than ever. But you might want to say, are the cards maybe crumbling in the house? Even those affiliated with the house today lost the championship. I'll explain that. I may even give our guest a thought or two on that. Plus, who knows whatever else. And boy, when this man has a microphone, there was a guy on here yesterday that he says things and he may say things, but when this man comes on this platform, even though it seems like in many ways he is like Ozzy, he is like the Prince of Darkness, where he's almost become maybe humble lately. He's become lovable. He's become kinder and softer. But deep down, Anthony Steele is still that guy that has shut down wrestling companies. Deep down, Anthony Steele is still that guy that has exposed wrestlers and spoke his mind, just like Ozzy Osbourne. In many ways, Ozzy Osbourne and Anthony Steele even have the same look. He's got the glasses. Deep down, listen, Anthony Steele, ladies and gentlemen, he's forewarned us that he and the Ozman comet, he's got the hair, the glasses. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, we're excited about this one. And in the famous words of Def Leppard frontman Joe Elliott, let's get rocked, baby, because I see my chat is here. I see this man's got plenty to say, and it's going to be one you always are going to remember. And I've even got something for our guest. And no, it's not House of Wolves members to attack him once again. But ladies and gentlemen, let's get this show on the road here in style on Sportswire Radio, the number one global radio station where all music and wrestling matters. So with that, without further ado, here on the Sports Report, number one global sports show. A man that is one of the most decorated Hall of Famers in Sportswire radio history. A man that is the most controversial figure in wrestling history. A man that is the longest reigning IMF United States champion in history. And the 2025 Rumble in the Wreck winner. His name is simply put, the real deal. Keep the cat in the stream. da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Steele! The Rumble in the Wreck winner is here, my friend. How are we doing? And welcome home.
A little under the weather right now, but I'll be all right because we got some things to talk about.
Yes, we do. And Anthony Steele is here. You know, this is one you listen. You put everything down. Get that popcorn, get that preferred beverage, and sit back because even Anthony Steele, when he's sick and tired of what's gone on. He's sick and tired of what he's had to put up with to return to Sportzwire Radio, and he's going to address all of it here and some. But Anthony Steele, I'm going to get to the bottom of it here to start things off. For those that are listening and watching here in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage, the platform that you helped build, the platform where you certainly have held court like the Prince of Darkness himself, Ozzy Osbourne, famously did in the world of heavy metal Sportswire Radio. Why, Anthony Steele, did you attack Felix Jones, the Prince of Professional Wrestling, during your match 2 weeks ago at One Night Stand?
It's simple. We had the match won. I was gonna hit Parsley with yet another spear, pick his little ass up, hit him with the South, and end the match. Reign as tag team champions. But no, Felix let his ego get the best of him, and he tried to stop me. He wanted to win. He wanted to get the victory for us. And I had to show him that you're just another small guy in my way to victory, which wound up costing us the match.
We're going to put the
and
match
I understand
up.
That.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm listening.
But in all honesty, I'm glad that we lost the match. I'm glad that Felix Jones and Anthony Steele are not the IMF Tag Team Champions, because that means I would have had to stay with the house a lot longer than I wanted to, because I'm sick, I'm tired of Omen Black trying to pick up everyone as his lackey. Because like I said later on that night, they're a pawn in his game. But I'm going to go a little bit deeper.
Okay.
Omen, the reason why you have Felix Jones by your side, Ox McCoy, Jordan Nets, and Jason Myers.
Yeah.
It's because a lot of them have done something that a lot of men cannot say they've done, and that is beat you. So those are threats to Omen Black. I was a threat to Omen Black. Omen, let us recall November, Dirty Deeds. I beat you to retain the IMF United States Championship. I'm a threat to you. I'm a threat to the IMF World Championship. And that's why you wanted me to hand over my shot so that you can get a chance at the title that you so rightfully don't deserve? Nah, man. I'm looking towards one thing and one thing only, and that is all-out warfare for right now. Because in all-out warfare, I'm going to team with a couple people that I know some of them do not trust me. Let's start with one. Let's start with Il Drago.
You know, I read my mind. You read my mind on that.
Drago, I know you don't trust me. I know you're not going to make it easy for yourself to trust me. But let me tell you this right now. As much as you don't trust me, there's a famous saying, an enemy of my enemy is my friend. And for one night and one night only, you're going to be my friend in this match. You're going to be my ally. You're going to be my partner.
Yeah.
And I don't care that you have the United States Championship. All I want is the same thing you want. It's the same thing the Soldier GP wants. Same thing Justin Parsley wants, and the same thing that JX wants. We want the house to fall. We want the house to crumble, and we want the house to get their asses handed to them on a bigger scale than it's ever happened before. Because let it be known, man.
Yeah.
Without me, they ain't that strong. I've bodied Jordan Ness before.
You have a
Easy,
history with
dog.
him. Yes, you have. You have a lot of history with him. I agree.
Felix Jones, you saw me whip your little body like it was a boomerang straight out that ring.
Duly
Easy.
noted. Well, we're gonna put the tape up for that, sure.
Jason Myers, dude, you're a living, breathing Jack Skeleton. I ain't got no problem taking you out. Ox McCoy, how's that shoulder feeling?
He's in
And
the
Jason
chat.
Storm.
Gets a good one. Yeah, I want to hear what you have to say on him. I want to hear this.
Jason, the reason why he brought you in was to take my spot because he knew I was leaving. But the biggest part of it all is you're not as big and as bad as me. And ain't no natural selection going to help you at All Out Warfare. Because the real deal, the real monsters, the real United States champion, and the realest guy from your company in JX, the person that I think should be the world champion, is going to dominate all 5 of you. We're going to make the Wolves look like puppy dogs. How much we're going to dog walk you in just 3 weeks.
Whoa!
And the best part of it all, guys, is later on in that night, the biggest puppy dog of them all gets put on a leash against Damian Saint. And once he puts that leash on, we get to see exactly how big of a bitch Omen Black is.
Whoa! Anthony Steele, you have come out swinging, and you said so much. There is so much to unpack there. I'm going to show your match that you had with Felix Jones, where you certainly have just talked about all of these things. And I mean, but you say that all of these members in the house are basically pawns in Omen Black's game. You talked about many of them have gone out and beaten him before, and that's all accurate stuff, but you were in that group for all this time. I thought there was you had talked about for so long here in this platform, the unity, you and him were side by side. You know, last month, your last real appearance on Sportswire, Omen apologized. Everything seemed good. And yet you've told us now from the beginning that everybody was pawns in Omen's game. You weren't a pawn in that game. And that's led to what you forewarned us of last month on here. And we saw it all unfold here at One Night Stand. Is that what you're trying to tell us here? Because it sounds to me, though, you were still in the house for all this time. And you did a lot for the house. You were there. You kept that United States Championship longer than anybody has ever had. You have gone out there opponent after opponent. We saw we saw winning the Rumble and the Wreck. But you mean to tell me and everyone else watching this that you were not a pawn in Omen's game and that this was something you couldn't take anymore?
Like I said, man, like I said last month, Omen, I accepted your apology, but it's a forgive, never forget thing. And who's to say, Omen, that it wouldn't happen again? Who's to say? Who's to say that it truly was an accident? See, Omen, when I won that Rumble, I saw the look on your face. And I saw the look on your face when you asked me to give that title opportunity up. And that's because I'm not like anyone you've ever faced. And yeah, 2 years ago, when we first met, mano a mano, you beat me, right? And the best part about it all is now I wish one person will finally admit the one thing I've been saying for 2 years, and that is Omen Black. If it wasn't for Soldier GP 2 years ago, Omen Black would have lost the world championship a lot sooner.
Wow!
If it
Wow!
wasn't for Soldier GP, Omen Black would have took one of the biggest L's of his career and facing Anthony Steele when he was 6 months gone, dude. I had a 6 month break before I faced you. I hadn't stepped in the ring in over 6 months. And yet I had you on your toes, man. The house, the original house with Freddie Daniels and Jordan Nets, they couldn't even stop me. It took Soldier GP hitting me with a chair to distract me, disorient me, for you to put me through a table. And Soldier, 2 years ago, you said the magical words come out of your mouth. The reason why you did it was that way you can make sure that you beat Omen at damn near 100%. You wanted to face Omen Black for the world championship so you could take it from him rightfully. Well, in this game, I'm going to tell you this right now, Soldier. In 2 weeks, we're partners. The last 9 months, the last 10 months, we've been enemies. And way before that, I told you I wanted to get my hands on you. But let me just say this one thing only to you, Soldier. This was not me joining the foundation full time. This is not Anthony Steele going to another faction. No, this is the one time that Anthony Steele is going to team up with Justin Parsley, Soldier GP, Il Drago, and JX to take out a team that I know so very well. I've been inside. I know how they run. I know how they talk. I know how they walk. And trust me, guys, I'm the biggest threat in this match because I know everything about you. I know your pros. I know your cons. I know your strengths. I know your weakness. And at All Out Warfare, I'm going to use every single last one of them to my advantage. And I'm going to give all my partners the same information so that way they could do the same to you. Because in 2 weeks, we're not just going to beat you. We're not going to just beat you down. We're going to destroy the foundation of the house. And we're going to make the house look like it's nothing more than the group of lackeys of the IMF that can never win anything without the help of someone else. And Omen, when it comes to September, when it comes to Ring of Champions, if you walk in to Ring of Champions with that World Heavyweight Championship, I promise you, the only way you're going to beat me again is the same way you beat me 2 years ago. And that is with the help of everyone else.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, Anthony Steele, just when you thought he was a kinder and gentler and softer Anthony Steele, no, he's still the same old Anthony Steele. But Anthony, you said a lot of things, and I know a lot of people want to talk to you. We're going to put the match up. We're going to go relive some of it. But Omen Black knows you. He knows you better than almost anybody around. This is a man that has been in a group with you. He has wrestled you multiple times. He has known you for the better part of 2.5 years. You mean to tell me, Anthony Steele, that Omen Black, deep down, he didn't know you were going to do this? Everybody always says, and I've said this to you before here throughout this year, Anthony Steele is never a guy who takes orders. Anthony Steele is never a guy that's been in groups like this. Anthony Steele is, that's what I do. I'm Anthony Steele. I'm always about the championship. Listen, we know you on this platform, even, for example. You go out there and, listen, you certainly bang a drum that nobody has ever banged a drum before. You have shut down companies. You have killed wrestlers' careers with things you have said. You don't think that Omen Black, a shrewd man he is, to put it out there that he didn't know you were going to do this all along? He had to have known this was coming. I mean, what do you say toward all that?
See, Omen, I'll give you this. What's the thing you say? You opened your eyes, right?
You did
You
bring
opened
that
your
up.
eyes 2 weeks ago, and you took me out before I could take y'all out. Smart, Omen. You were smart then. But what you're not smart of is beating me in September. Because like I said, I hope you beat Damian. I really do.
You just, after all you said, you hope he beats Damian Saint?
I hope that you beat Damian Saint.
What?
Because I don't want anyone else to beat you for that world championship. Because I want to. I want to be the guy to make Omen open his eyes to the real picture. And that is, in order for a real champion to be an IMF, the only real guy in the room is me. And Omen Black. It's simple, dog. Omen Black versus Anthony Steele. 1-on-1. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to lay out the challenge for you, Omen. And I'm going to be watching very closely to your match at All Out Warfare in 2 weeks. If you beat Damian Saint, I want to end this where it all started. Because in September, if it is you, it will be Omen Black versus Anthony Steele for the IMF World Heavyweight Championship. And let's see who the last man standing is.
Whoa! Wait, listen, Anthony Steele is just... He's on another level tonight. I have seen this man time and time again on this platform for 2.5 years. And he has upped the challenges, and he is certainly just throwing it all out there. He has put literally his house of cards all on the table, ladies and gentlemen, because coming up here next month at Ring of Champions, Anthony Steele wants Omen Black. Should Omen Black prevail over Damian Saint in a last man standing match? But you know, Anthony, I have to ask you this question. I'm going to put the footage of the match and what happened there, because doesn't it put you in an awkward position with some of your mates here coming up in the all-out war match? Because they're on Damian Saint's side. All those guys, Justin Parsley, Soldier GP, you JX, the matchmaker JX. I mean, they're all Il Drago. They are all on Damian Saint's side because they have been dealing with Omen. Look at what Parsley, what he went through against Omen Black. We didn't see him for over 2 months. Soldier, you brought him up in that history. Drago just went against Omen back-to-back times. JX, he's got history with him. So doesn't that put you at odds with your mates here and some of them in the foundation because you want Omen Black to beat Damian Saint? How are they going to trust you here in 2 weeks?
Look, guys, it's very simple. I understand Damian is aligned with y'all. And again, I'm not against him beating Omen. I just don't want him to. Because just picture it, Tom.
I'm listening.
Picture this. Omen, you have one chance in 2 weeks to gain back that world championship. And if you don't get another opportunity. You have to start from the bottom and work your way back up to the top. So if it is me versus Damian Saint at Ring of Champions, we're going to do the one thing that we always do, and that is burn the house down and make one of the greatest matches in my IMF history.
And you have had some listen, I say it all the time, Anthony. Your ring work we know what you say here, but I think, and I say it time and time again, what's most controversial about you is people don't talk about what you've done in the ring. But I got to ask you one more follow-up on this. And I know there's people here in the chat. We'll get to them. Everybody, we'll get to you. But who's to say, though, that there's yet another elaborate scheme here? Who's to say that maybe you're going to pull a fast one on your mates here in the all-out war match and the house still always wins? Is there any chance? I know we saw what happened at One Night Stand, but you know what? I had a guy on here last week, and they were talking about ruses, and they pulled one in West Virginia, and I get people on here all the time, and I see this, and I'll see it, I'm sure, again and again, but we know the shrewdness that comes from the house. And Omen has said time and time again, the house always wins. I'm going to ask it, and I shouldn't, but I'm going to do it anyway because I see everybody here right now in this chat, and they're watching this. Are you sure that you're not pulling a fast one on all of us here and that maybe the house really is going to win? And after all, you're going to come back home, come back to the house, and you're going to forego what's going to happen here at Ring of Champions. Omen beats Damian Saint, and we're all going to live happily ever after here in the house until December 31st, but Omen walks out. Is that what you, maybe?
Look. There's no elaborate scheme to turn on the foundation because, again, we all have the same mindset. We want the destruction of the wolves. And see, the biggest part of it all is, I can't believe I'm going to say this.
Oh, God.
Parsley, Soulja, JX, Drago. All four of you were right.
Whoa, Anthony Steele doesn't mean he's wrong. No. Roll back the tape, right. Ladies and gentlemen. Roll back. Anthony, can you repeat that again for this audience? Please repeat that.
You guys were right about one thing. And that is the same thing that I said. That the only reason why Omen Black has what he has, gets what he gets, is because of the house. And Omen, you said the biggest lie you could ever tell 2 weeks ago. And that I was the weakest link in the house. No. I was the strongest asset that you lost in the House of Wolves. And Omen Black, in 2 weeks' time, Justin Parsley and Anthony Steele are going to make that drive to Palo, Iowa. We're going to make that drive to the Palo Community Center.
You are?
We are going to walk in that building with one mind circulating both of us, with one mission, one objective, and trust me, dog, if there's anything that you've ever learned about Anthony Steele and Justin Parsley is sinners never die. We were all born a sinner. We will all die a sinner. And these two sinners are two of the hardest working, most motivated, and most calibrated wrestlers the IMF has. And when you put me and him together, side by side, there's only one thing that can happen, Omen. And that is, we will win.
Whoa. You know what? Listen.
Here's the best thing about it, Tom. Here's the best thing about it, Tom. You have two of them on your team, Omen. You have two sinners on your side. You have Felix Jones and you have Ox McCoy. And let's talk about one man real quick. Mm-hmm. Hey, Ox.
He's here. Yeah, he's here.
When we turned on Justin Parsley, I think it was back at Winter Clash.
Well,
Who were you taking orders from? Oh yeah, that was me.
no, I was Omen Black. Omen Black, he's the
No,
House
no,
of
no,
World.
no. That was me.
No.
Omen Black wasn't out there.
But Omen was talking to everybody. He was
Justin Parsley went to put his hands on Felix Jones. And Felix, I saved you. I saved you from getting your ass kicked by Justin Parsley. And Parsley took a kick in the mouth straight from me, got jumped by me and Ox. But Ox, what happened afterwards? Omen, you want to talk about one of the weakest links? You have one of the dumbest people on your team. One of the most obnoxious, idiotic people in Ox McCoy. Because right after that, you look at Soldier GP while he's walking in the ring and eat a chair to the head. What did I do? I left because I'm not dumb. I'm not going to stand there.
He was doing what a loyal soldier would do.
I'm not. He got laid out. That's what Soldier could do.
Yeah.
So Ox, please understand one thing. When it comes to me and you ain't the toughest center. You ain't the brightest. You're just the same thing that you are for Omen Black. You're another man's lapdog that does what he's told when he's told.
You know what? Listen, he took one for the team.
Felix, remember that time that Omen Black and the house handcuffed you to those ropes and you were screaming for your daddy? You were screaming for Parsley? I'm going to have you screaming more than that at All Out Warfare, buddy boy. I'm going to have you scream for Omen. I'm going to have you scream for help. And I'm going to make sure that the entire world sees that it's not your daddy's fault on why you can't get over. It's the fact that you're a kid in a man's world. And I'm going to show you that Felix Jones ain't no prince. Felix Jones is a child. And I'm about to beat you. And just letting you know, Soldier, CPS might be involved for how bad that I beat him.
No. We certainly don't condone that. And I got something else to say. Felix Jones, ladies and gentlemen, he's coming back to Sportswire Radio. He's got a few things to say about this and what happened. He's coming on here before the All Out War match. So don't you worry. Felix Jones, he's going to get his side of the story. But before I do bring up that footage, we'll skim through because a lot of people want to talk to you, Anthony. I know you're obviously fighting a lot of things. You're fighting a cold. You're fighting to see if the house always loses for your vantage point or whatever else you've got on your mind. But I do want to bring up that it's not just you that certainly gave the house some bad news. There's a good guy here. I don't know if you heard about this a little while ago, but Jason Storm, who we knew was Jason Storm 2 belts. He was the ROEW Underground Champion. He still got that. But also, he was the All Wrestling Matters Champion, but he lost that championship. I mean, right now, the house, maybe the house is crumbling. Maybe there are problems because Jason Storm is going into this match where he lost the All Wrestling Matters Championship, and that's to the good guy, CJ Black, and that's got to be something else, I'm sure, that you're very happy about, and that's something that the house has definitely got on their minds right now.
The best thing I can say about that is, Jason, you're so focused on Soldier GP that I don't even think that you're really here to help the house. You're here for your own mission. And that's what's going to help us in the long run. That's exactly what's going to help us in the long run. Because then it leaves Ox McCoy, Felix Jones, Jordan Netz, and Jason Myers versus Anthony Steele, Justin Parsley, Soldier GP, JX, and El Drago. Because I'm going to tell you this right now, Omen. JX, he knows what it takes to beat Jason Storm.
Yes, he's done that
Soldier
before.
GP knows what it's like to beat Jason Storm.
He does.
Parsley obviously has had talks with Soldier GP on how to beat Jason Storm. The only thing is about me and El Drago, Jason, I've never stepped in the ring with you. And to my knowledge, I don't think neither has Drago. But one thing I will say is I faced Drago. I know how resilient this man is.
But you did to him. You more than faced him. You burned his Ulafalas.
I burned the Ulafala to make a point, Drago.
You did that?
And
yeah,
you know what? Drago, I'll talk directly to you too. I'll talk directly to all 4 of my teammates.
Okay, you do that.
Let's start with you, Drago. I'm sorry for what I did to your heritage. I'm sorry what I did to your legacy. I'm sorry what I did to your Ulafala. And I'm sorry for being a piece of shit.
Whoa! No, this is. I'm shocked.
And
Anthony Steele, this is
Jack,
shocking. You don't apologize for nothing. You apologizing? Nah, say it ain't so. Say it ain't so.
JX, I know me and you have had our ins and outs, dating all the way from Summer Bash last year. When I helped you out when Omen Black tried to end your career to where you couldn't fight for the All Wrestling Matters World title against D'Angelo LaFlame. I want to apologize for being a douchebag to you too.
Wow. Oh, listen, ladies and gentlemen, this maybe you are like the Prince of Darkness, Ozzy Osbourne. He became humble and apologetic in his later years, and Anthony Steele is doing the same thing here, ladies and gentlemen. He is the Steel Man Cometh, that's for sure.
Soldier GP.
Uh-oh.
Like I said, for years upon years, me and you have not seen eye to eye. And I want to apologize for the simple fact that I called you a liar. I called you a manipulator. I've said some very hurtful things to you about your parenting skills with Felix, which obviously it's not your fault that you have a rebellious teen. But I will say this, Soldier. Last month, we went to war with each other. This month, we're going to war with each other, side by side. And I want to say, I'm sorry.
Oh my God, Anthony Steele! You know what? This might be. You remember this?
But.
Yeah.
There's one more? Last person.
There's more.
Justin Parsley.
A man you have a long history with, 3+ years. You were in locker rooms together in other places that shall be not named.
Parsley. When we shared that locker room 3 years ago.
Yes, you did.
You told me that you saw something in me. You saw potential.
I can confirm that when he worked in that locker room because I used to talk to Justin Parsley about you.
You saw a main eventer. You saw someone that could tell a story and keep it real. And then we go to Summer Bash. will we once again share a locker room, and Anthony Steele and Justin Parsley team up to create one of the most dominant factions of all time. And Parsley, I didn't see your vision then. All I saw was championship gold staying around my waist. All I saw was Anthony Steele had a championship, and I wanted more. I was greedy. I was greedy to the fact that I helped you win that championship, and I wanted it so bad that I took it upon myself to try to injure you as many times as I can. But the biggest thing about it all is Parsley, you're not a bad guy, man. You're not an egotistical maniac like the other guys in the other company. You're not a piece of shit. You're a great guy, great talent, and a great friend. So, Parsley, the biggest one goes to you. I apologize for every wrongdoing. I apologize for every stab in the back. I apologize for trying to hurt you. And most of all, I'm sorry for everything. But now, in 2 weeks' time, we don't need anyone else. We don't need Ox. We don't need Felix. We don't need Rage. We're sinners, right?
Yeah.
And it's time to show everyone just what sinners do, man. Because in this match, there's no rules. There's no disqualifications. No countouts. The only way to win is by pinfall or submission. And I promise you, Parsley, what I did at Summer Bash last year, I'm going to do it again at All Out Warfare.
Well, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if this apology tour is one that Will Smith would be envious of. I don't know where to go from here. But you know, Anthony, you have said so much about your former comrades in the House of Wolves that I have received word that some of them may like to have a chat with you. And considering so much that you said, Anthony, I am left no choice but to bring them on because their wish is my command. So, Anthony Steele, you kind of asked for it. Not only do we have the Prince of Professional Wrestling, the PWF champion, but also because it's his show, the IMF champion, the boogeyman himself, the hardcore god, Mr. Omen Black. And I'm going to let these fellas respond and say whatever else is on their mind, Anthony, after what you have just said here. And yet a memorable, once again, 45 minutes or so to start this.
Anthony, the past almost 45 minutes, you have sounded soft. You know, there was a point in time when you were young, cocky, arrogant, and now you're, oh, I'm sorry. Like, shut your fucking crybaby ass up, Anthony. Apologizing. The Anthony Steele I know wouldn't be apologizing. The Anthony Steele that I have stood side by side, not only through the Sinners, but now through his time at the house, wouldn't be apologizing. And now you've been sitting here for the past 45 minutes whining, sounding like a true Foundation member. For what? For some more attention?
Nah. The reason why I apologize is because everyone was right. And Felix, I'm glad that you're here. Because then I can say this to your face. They were right about you, Felix. Parsley was right about you. Your dad was right about you. And I'm going to prove it in 2 weeks.
You're going to prove it.
And that is when Felix Jones doesn't get what he wants, he cries. When Felix Jones doesn't have something going his way, he whines. And Felix Jones, who's to say that I won't do what I did a couple months ago to you again? I've hung you on those ropes before, Felix. You want to know what it feels like again? And I'm gonna tell you this right now. Here's the best thing about it all, Felix. When it comes to all-out warfare, I promise you, Omen Black ain't gonna be there to help you. I promise you that Omen Black ain't gonna come save you.
Right. Anything else?
And I'm gonna expose you.
Hold on, give him a minute. He's gonna go off for another 10 minutes.
I'm gonna expose the fact that you aren't it.
Are these dramatic pauses for nothing?
You're not the next big thing.
Anthony Steele, I am the next best thing in professional wrestling. I'm the PWF champion. The fuck you mean I'm not it? I'm what you want to be. I'm what you want to your fucking future child to be.
Hold on, Felix. Let's look back though. At Summer Bash this year, he faced Justin Parsley for that title you hold, and guess what?
And what happened? You
couldn't
lost.
get the
Unlike
job.
me.
I'm facing a guy that Anthony Steele could never get the job done against.
Who?
What do you mean who? I know your fucking glasses are a little too tight on your fucking head.
Hey, Damien ain't never beat me.
And you have never beaten Damien. Hell, I beat a guy that took your title. Not once, but twice. I beat him.
I beat Drago too.
Yeah, but who lost the belt though? That's right. You did.
And it went back in a matter of seconds. Literally a matter of
that route. Didn't you also lose to Drago?
Did I lose my belt? No, I didn't. But you know what? I came on here, Anthony, because I've heard a lot of talking from you, and I just got tired of the talking. You know, the key word I want to use tonight is eviction. You know, you've been evicted from many companies from your ego, your personality. Quite frankly, just how big of a piece of shit you are.
Wow.
And yet you're just kind of upset that you got evicted from the house. Rightfully so. See, now, but I came on here to tell you, Anthony, that when I beat Damien Saint, I'm going to control the narrative. I'm not letting you control the narrative. Last man standing, I decline. Because I'm going to beat you normal rules, so there's no excuse to like, oh, Owen only beat me because of this. Owen only beat me because of that. That's what you do every time you lose to someone. Oh, it only happened because of this. I'm going to beat you 1, 2, 3 and prove to everyone that I'm better than you and you've been nothing to me but a pawn.
Omen, I did that to you in November. So if that's what you want, cool.
Hey, Felix, you remember that match in November? There was interruptions. There was...
Yeah.
So let's not go down that road, Anthony.
What interruption?
Oh, let's if we could watch back the footage.
I will pull that up shortly.
Pretty sure someone interrupted that match at the end.
You talking about after I already put you through the table? And then you came out on the stage, stared at me, disappeared, and then I pinned you right afterwards? Didn't touch you, didn't touch me?
The lights went out, got distracted.
The lights went out after I speared you? Come on, recall. I understand that you were knocked out, but let's recall it.
Hey,
I have the footage. We practiced there. Got the footage for us.
Was there.
Hey,
I
go
just asked Soldier.
go from when I speared him, and watch that.
Anthony.
After he got
okay.
speared is when the lights went out.
Yeah, I'm a little behind. Well, we'll go right.
I can
Let's
do
go
the
right
same
here.
thing
Let's
with doing
go right here.
Right there.
Right here.
There's his ass crack like usual.
No, we're gonna say no comment on that.
Right here. Look. No lights out. Spear through the table.
And
Look, you're knocked out. You're knocked
Now.
out. You're knocked out. Currently still knocked out. Knocked out. Gone. Going. Heading out the door.
who's to know? I would have got hit by something in the dark. You know,
Distraction.
Power
Distraction.
does have power outages
I can
happen.
play the
Distraction.
same game you play with old. You only beat me because of Soldier GP.
Look. He's on the stage. You're
He
still
could've-
knocked out.
He could have hit me. There's a bet right there.
In the dark.
Yeah. Okay.
I could do this whole thing, Anthony. I could do this all. That's why I'm smarter than you. I could do this whole thing all fucking
Look,
night.
and now he's gone. I pin you. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I got
There
hit.
we go. Hey, you were
I
already
got
knocked
hit.
out.
You seen the distraction though? He
But
just
it's
pulled it
okay.
up.
How about this? You want no distractions? You want no interference? You want
That's
one-on-one?
literally what I just said. I know you're an
All right,
idiot from
here we go.
Illinois.
Here we
You
go.
literally
Here you go.
repeated exactly what he said.
You said you want to beat me fair and square.
I'm going to beat you. 1, 2, 3.
So let's make the rule. If Foundation or any man comes out to help me, I'm automatically disqualified.
See, you're literally just saying the same thing I just said, with just extra
But Omen, listen.
Yeah, I'm listening. You're the
If
one.
if the house,
We listened to you repeat him.
if Felix Jones, Jordan Nets, Jason Myers, Jason Storm, Ox McCoy, if anyone comes out to help you, even the fucking whatever his ass that shows up once in a blue fucking moon, if anyone shows up to help you, you lose. And you lose the World Heavyweight Championship.
Literally, I just said the same fucking thing with just less steps.
No.
Like you.
I'm saying, see, obviously you're not that
saying the
smart.
same
I'm
thing
saying
you
if
are.
they help you in any way, shape, or
Is the
form.
Wi-Fi bad? Like, you're not hearing it. I'm saying the same thing. I'm gonna beat you in a normal match. No excuses.
If you get disqualified, you lose the world title.
Oh,
You lose. Even by disqualification, you lose.
Felix, you
World
hear
title.
it. Tom, you hear it, right?
It sounds like he's just trying to stack the odds even more against you.
That's
Well,
fine.
Anthony, we went first from last man standing. The champion declined that, and then we went into other scenarios that we still have to get there first.
But that's the thing. That's the thing. He's not understanding, Tom, and I don't
I
get how his
you're not
fucking dumbass
understanding.
can't understand it.
You see,
Oh,
I understand you
watch
want to
this,
be
you
fair and
want
square.
that? Oh,
You want to be me one-on-one.
and I'm not
I'm
letting you
saying
do that.
if they come out, if anyone touches me at all, you lose the title. You don't just lose the match and walk off by disqualification. You lose the championship.
No fucking shit. You moron.
So yes.
I mean,
Because in a regular match, you don't lose the title by disqualification.
well,
That's what I'm trying to
Well, I
say.
literally-
we spent 5 minutes going around, and we sort of got to the same point, just different people
Just
saying,
more steps, just extra steps. I'm like, see, you understand?
You're getting it, Tom.
well, you know what? Listen, Anthony, you certainly said a lot tonight, but there's a lot of people that may not buy what you're saying here. And obviously,
Nobody
these
buys
gentlemen
what you're saying
don't.
here.
If we can show the footage of what Felix did to you, and Felix is going to see you in the all-out war match coming up, and who's to say that the PWF champion, you've given him all this motivation
greatest
to go out and do
PWF
this to you in
champion.
15 days.
You know
The
what,
greatest,
Felix?
youngest PWF champion, might add you.
And he's
Keep adding it
the
on.
youngest
Come
world
on.
champion right now in
The
the
greatest,
Underground.
Hey,
the
hey.
youngest. Come on.
Hey, Felix, how about this? I'll prove one thing. I'll prove the same thing that I proved months ago. Why don't you start the match with me?
Okay.
Anthony Steele, Felix Jones starts all-out warfare.
I'll see you there. Just because I'm going to embarrass you, Steele. I'm going to show everyone that you're not.
You
You're
showed up.
not as good as you claim.
And
to
you know,
be.
Anthony, I do want to bring up one thing about Felix to give Felix some credit. Did you see what he did to Ace Christian at the last show? Who's to say he's not going to do that to you?
That's right, Tom.
Hell no.
You get it, Tom.
And
You
Ace
get it.
Christian's the
You get it.
WDWA light heavyweight champion. You, Anthony Steele, mister, that's what I do.
Are
Come on,
nothing.
Ace Christian didn't pop his mouth as much as you have for 45 minutes. Did you see what he did to him?
And he actually means
don't
something
care.
to the underground, Anthony. Imagine what I'm going to do to someone that doesn't mean anything.
And to be fair, Omen brought up a fact that you have been a
I don't mean anything.
many companies in our circuit. There are guys left and right on my platform that go, "Oh, Anthony Steele's." They grumble when you come on. But I say, no, Anthony's okay. Anthony, I stick up for my people. You know, Anthony, I stick up for you more than anybody has, except for maybe family. But the point is, Omen made a good point. He knows you better than almost anybody. You have been evicted from company after company. Wrestlers don't trust you. They don't believe this.
Hey,
And
Omen,
coming
that's the best thing.
down
I've
again.
been here in September at Ring of Champions. That means
Yes,
I'll
sir.
be here for a year,
That's
a
true.
full calendar year,
I'm
You want a
glad you
fucking
can
cookie?
count.
We've all been here longer than that.
a full calendar year.
I'm
And guess
glad you
what,
can
Omen?
For
count.
you?
Guess what? I ain't going nowhere, dog. But there's one place I'm gonna go though.
There's time.
There's one place I'm gonna go, and there's one thing that I do want to bring up, Felix. I'm irrelevant, right?
Come on,
I'm
Anthony.
irrelevant.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Are you going to the magical
Yeah, we
place
get
in
you.
Jersey?
We
The
get it.
magical place? What?
Are you going to the magical place in
No,
Jersey?
but I'm a fucking world champion, Anthony. What are you?
Ooh.
Soon to be the next
What
IMF
are you
world
soon to be?
champion.
But you're not. But you're not. This is the
Yeah,
president. The
I
president
earned
says
my
that
opportunity. I haven't got my
Steele
opportunity
isn't
yet,
anything,
dog.
and Felix Jones and Omen Black are the two greatest world champions in the underground today.
And Jason Storm is
And
the
Jason
third one.
Storm.
He's
And
going to
that's
be
the
in the
third.
match, by the way. Let's also bring up he's in the match too. And Jason Storm's going to have plenty of motivation here.
So what the real question is, what are you guys gonna do? You have two of the three greatest world champions in the underground today in the same match. What are you guys gonna do? You were talking, oh, it's me and Parsley, but what about me and Storm? Me and Jason Myers, Midwest Express, Ox McCoy. Well, you just gonna count out everyone that's actually been here and done work?
Yeah.
Jason Myers done what you already did. Former U.S. champ. Ox McCoy, hardcore champ. Jordan Nets, former world champ. Jason Storm, world champ.
And
belongs-
Myers,
I think
we
Ox
know in
belongs
the
in the
underground,
Green
champion.
many people consider them to be the greatest tag team champions of our generation in terms of what they did. I have said it on here, and it's been verified by people outside of IMF and what their run was.
See, we had the accolades to back up our talk, yet you're over here hyping up two people that have never even teamed together once, and since they've the real deal, Anthony Steele and Justin Parsley. You're hyping up two people that haven't even tagged together, and yet we have accolades to stack and
And I received
stack
this
Hold on,
today.
Felix. You're gonna say, well, we
For
were in sports
days.
bar all
And
day.
there's, by the way, confirmation that Felix Jones is the greatest PWF
You see
champion
it.
of all time.
You see it.
There you go. There you go.
That's a horrible figure, whoever made that.
That person was actually wanting to say nice comments about you, but maybe you should apologize to that person.
Who made that figure?
That was Jade here.
The Justin Parsley fan, I shall add.
Big,
the Justin
yeah,
Parsley
the big
fan girl
Justin
made a Felix Jones action figure.
yeah.
Shows you,
You
how
know what?
great I am, and
Felix,
says that
it's
I'm the greatest PWF world
2025.
champion.
Felix. It's 2025.
I'm sorry, Jade. I'm sorry, Jade, but please just stick to being a fan because action figure creation
No,
is not
listen,
your thing.
we want people to be what they want. It's 2025, Anthony, but
But-
I really hope for your partner's
Hey,
sake.
look,
that-
let me ask you this, Felix, and this is directed towards you, and this ain't directed towards Omen because he's not in the match. So you said I'm pushing out all your guys' accomplishments, everything else. So you want to talk about everyone else's accomplishments in your team? Let's talk about ours, and I won't even talk about mine right now. Let's talk about Soldier GP, former world champion, multiple-time world champion. Justin Parsley, the longest reigning PWF world champion.
Can we add
And-
just
by the way,
if you
and
brought
Jack-
Steele on here
and-
a month
and-
ago,
and-
today,
and-
you
those two,
would
those
disagreed and
two
never said
are the
anything.
current reigning defending tag team champions who took them off Midwest Express.
Come on, get out your system, Anthony.
Okay, El Drago.
And Drago, that's it. That's how much you hyped up Drago and Drago. Come on now, that's your team.
Current United States champion, right?
Who'd he take it from, Steele? Who'd Drago take the U.S. title from?
Me. He took it from me. He took it from me. After I already wrestled.
JX, former ROW champion.
See,
JX,
former losing my title. I could never.
JX, former IMF hardcore champion. Who took it from who?
JX, a man that has also been rated a near flawless score from Copper Dragon. JX, a man in the underground that has had wars with many people throughout over half a decade.
The best thing about it all is, hey, look, I've been fired from a lot of places. I 100% can admit that. But I've also won a lot of championships in a lot of places. Former 3-time NGJVW World Heavyweight Champion.
Look at this.
Oh, he's been waiting all night for this ego boost. Let's hear it.
That was unprovoked. Unprovoked footage. I asked at the beginning of the show. That footage there. It was unprovoked.
Anthony, if it wasn't for you, we would be sitting here as tag team champions, but someone's ego got
in the way.
You
stopped me.
And someone couldn't handle taking a back seat.
You wanted to win, right? You stopped me from spearing Parsley.
Well, what do you see? I just see you two guys talk. And
watch. I'm setting up the spear. He's out of the way. Felix is completely out of the way. I'm setting up the spear. Parsley's getting up.
Yeah.
As I go, he stops me. Why would you stop me, Felix?
Because he made
exactly. Because you wanted to win, right?
I told you right there. It was my business. It was my business.
He saw something there that wanted.
You were just a side character there. I made the match. I asked you if you wanted a team with me. Don't forget that.
Look, dog, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm the one that took out Parsley. I'm one of the guys that helped take out.
You're the one that took out Parsley. I'm standing here with what he was holding.
Here's the biggest thing of it all, Felix. Here's the biggest thing of it all. And if you want to go about it, if it wasn't for me beating the dog shit out of Parsley before you cashed in that opportunity, you would have never won that PWF world title.
So now you're gonna, just like you blamed yourself for Parsley's PWF success, you're gonna blame yourself for mine too.
Duh.
Yeah, duh. Because that's what Anthony Steele does. That's what Anthony Steele's ego does.
Excuses after excuses.
That ain't excuses.
Everyone that held this title and it's due to you, then why don't you come hold it?
Destruction of Anthony Steele here on Sportswire. At first, thought it was an apology tour, but
wait. What did you say, Felix?
If you're gonna blame yourself for everyone's success with this world championship, how about you come take it from me?
All right. How about this? When I'm done winning the world title from Omen or Damien in September, I'll come after you next.
You know where to find me.
And you're gonna see each other.
And I'll rock. Hey, look, I'll rock not one but 2 world championships, dog.
Like I said, you know where to find me, Anthony. When you are ready, when you think you have enough training, when you think you're able to keep up with the Prince of Professional Wrestling in a wrestling ring, give me a call.
Listen, you want to talk about all these accolades you had.
Day in and day out, dog. I am the longest tenured wrestler in IMF, dog.
You've proved it. You've proved it. Yeah, you're the only one here with no title. You've proved it though.
Right now.
Quickest title lose in history.
Let me say this, Steele. You want to talk about accolades? That's fine. But the first thing you bring up is the fucking company you started wrestling in a crash pad with a guy with shit stains in his underwear. Like, let's be real.
Please.
Hold on. I got one after that. So you want to talk about you being the fucking whatever hardcore champion and the other company you came from before here? The company that only had a fucking bottom rope and a middle rope, no top rope. Gotcha.
Yeah, that's not real wrestling.
Become U.S. champion. To the craft. And how you become U.S. champion? Oh, you beat Jovi by cheating.
It's not cheating, dog. It's not cheating.
Oh, it's not.
Oh my God! You listen to this guy.
But you
story. Tell you off the air.
But you wanna, you kind of being a hypocrite there, Anthony. Don't you think? That's right. You sit there and be dumb.
You're right. Hey, look. I've done some heinous shit. I've done some unlikable things.
You're no better than Zack Attack with his lies, right?
No, we're not even going there.
See, I've done multiple things that both of y'all have done. I've cheated to win. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of my time as the United States champion, I cheated to win.
A lot of the time.
All the time.
But see, the thing is,
He couldn't even beat
is
Jordan
now
Nelson.
there's no need to cheat.
Danny
There's
Suko,
no
like I
need
saw
to
you
cheat.
wrestle
Because
all the
hey,
time.
here we go. I had all that warfare. It's not cheating. It's no DQ, which means I can beat that little fucking redheaded stepchild of Felix Jones with a kendo stick as much as I want
I don't think
and
he's
not get
redheaded.
disqualified.
He's not redheaded, but I'm glad you can take the shades off and
He's
fucking
about
tell
to
us
turn into a redheaded stepchild. He's about to get beat like Soldier should have done a long time ago.
We are not condoning that. We cannot condone parents beating their children here on the Sportswire.
But
condone that. You did say you were
all
apologizing.
right. Felix. The brightest question of all time. And I don't want Omen to answer for like he's not in the match. What happens when you lose? I asked you this months ago and you couldn't form an answer. So let's see if you can
That
form an
doesn't
answer
matter because again, we aren't going to lose, Anthony.
now. You're going to lose.
No, we aren't going to lose.
Felix, I'll just say this. I'm not answering for you, champ. But I'll say this.
I'm going to give Felix a chance next week to talk for himself.
Everything is going according
to
to
plan.
plan.
Champion. You get a shot here before the all-out war.
Everything is going according to plan, Felix. You know it. These idiots, they'll fall in line. They'll see it too.
If Anthony took off those damn glasses inside, then he could probably see it too.
Well, I mean, it worked for Ozzy. I mean, he's obviously more,
It worked.
I'm constantly 2 steps ahead of you and the foundation, Anthony. And the house are always 2 steps ahead of you as well, because I will let the key players know what's going on. That's why I never told you what was going on.
Ooh.
Because I don't want to stress out your brain from too much thinking, because clearly it's not your strong suit, which is fine. But you really want to sit there on your couch, on your mom's couch right now, telling me that you're going to beat me when I beat Danny. Say, oh, you shut up. I'm talking.
I'm gonna. This
When
is
I
my
beat
fucking
Danny
show. This is my fucking time. You can shut the
It's
fuck
my
up.
show.
So I'm gonna tell you this, Omen. I don't need your
literally
plans.
Sit
I
there
don't need
and
your
think that
plans.
you have a chance to beat
I don't need your
and yet
plans.
you have a chance to beat Felix Jones.
I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna beat Felix. I'm gonna beat the entire house. That's my plan. Is to destroy
On
everything
paper,
you
it sounds
created,
good,
Omen.
Anthony. Trust me.
Everything you created, Omen, I am seeking and will destroy.
It all sounds good, but none of it's gonna happen.
And I'll prove it in 2 weeks. I'll
glad you
prove it
think
in
that.
2 weeks.
Because
2 weeks
again,
time.
you are following my plans. You know you don't even know it.
2 weeks time,
Your
Omen.
ego is going to be your downfall, like it has always been. Anthony Steele's greatest enemy is Anthony Steele.
I've heard that before from other people in other
And
places.
Anthony Steele's greatest ally is also myself.
That's also I've heard that.
The way
too.
you make it sound, it's Justin Parsley.
I've also heard that.
He's a great ally. He's a great ally, dog.
But he's never teamed with you.
You'll see.
That's another point
Until
to
2 weeks.
Look
2 weeks from now, he will team with me.
Hypocrite this guy is, Tom.
You've never teamed with
Justin
him.
Parsons, the greatest tag mate ever. But yeah, let's go back.
Justin Parsons. Justin Parsons, my best friend.
Fuck Justin Parsons. I want nothing
His
to do with
greatest.
that.
Listen,
Nothing.
Soldier is his greatest tag partner. He and Soldier, they have this bond. But Anthony, you and Justin have this long. I mean, it's. I don't even know where to begin.
It's all talk.
I don't know where to begin, Anthony.
Last thing, and then you can get these two, as you call it, Omen, schmucks off my fucking screen. 2 weeks time, the Foundation and Anthony
First of all,
Steele.
that shirt used to be smaller until you put that shirt on.
The Foundation and Anthony Steele are going to destroy the house, and in September,
Damn, they haven't even put you in the
in
team yet.
September, I'm going to be the new IMF World Heavyweight Champion. Now you can get them the fuck off my screen.
I got
I'm
one
just
thing
saying,
to say. Tom,
we
you let
left
me.
you-
You keep me on. I want to say this.
You can say anything you want.
I was dying. I was dying laughing when you said this before I go, Anthony. You said, "I'm gonna do what I usually do. I'm gonna burn the house down." With
Anthony, you sound
Saint."
like yesterday's guest. We don't want to go down that road with you. We don't want to do that.
Am I right, Tom? He said, and I quote, "If Damian wins, we're just do like we always do. We're gonna burn the house down." Felix, Name one fucking time that Anthony Steele's matches burnt the house down. I'll wait for a relevant answer. I'll
Gabe
wait.
Sayers.
I have to think for a
Gabe
relevant
Sayers.
answer.
Double Z's. Gabe Sayers.
I'm pretty sure I threw a better match with Gabe, and I didn't lose to Gabe.
Yeah, he won. Well, for the most part, he still has his title.
Maybe you're matching the cage, the triple threat. You stacked Drago and Kron. Kron's here Tuesday night, by the way. I'll remind him of that. He's probably already in a foul mood to begin with. So maybe that was.
Oh my God, Tom, a guy who thinks he's a dragon and a guy who's fucking could barely beat cancer.
Well, I can't condone that
Come
one.
on now.
I'll give you the dragon one, but I can't. He's here Tuesday night. You can let him know that then.
Time in and time out.
No.
The people who burn the house down is the two on the bottom screen right now on your screen. Who's watching right now on your screen? It's Omen Black and Felix Jones. There's exceptions with two fucking pieces of shit. They're the tag team champions. I'm not even going to mention their name. But Anthony, you let me know when you reach that. If by next month, I will give you your first one. And that's courtesy of me. I will give you your first match of the night. And now I will leave the screen.
Well, that is Omen Black. We will let him go. And Felix Jones, you have anything else you want to say? Well, they left. No, forget about him. They left. Anthony, I mean, I know you're a busy man. You're going to run here soon. But, I mean, this is, I guess this is what you wanted. And we're going to find out in 15 days. I mean, I hope this plan is going to come to fruition for you. Everything's going to work out. And you do what you do.
I'm going to beat the dog shit out of Felix Jones. I'm going to beat the dog shit out of the house. And Omen, please, like I said 2 weeks ago, win.
Well, I gotta give you something before I let you go. I know you got other things to worry about, but I did promise to give you something, and it wasn't Omen and Felix. But to be fair, you did talk about them for 45 minutes, so you almost kind of invited them onto the platform by saying as much as you did about them. But it was Anthony Steele Day on Sportswire Radio because, well, I mean, you were certainly going to tell the world a lot. You certainly did, and you never disappoint. And it's your day, and hopefully you'll have your day on August 16th, and maybe you'll have your own day after that in September, but you still got ways to go to accomplish all of that. You know, Ox McCoy has not believed you the whole evening. Sean Jovi's out there in the chat, and he did, yes, we did see Omen pass out, but he certainly came up and fought and some. We see CJ Black, who was certainly, I guess, happy that you talked about Jason Storm because he took something from him. I got almost everybody. Abram Storm, the Thunderous One, Jade, who is, I guess, a fan of yours now. James Taylor was here, wanted to say hello. Always saying hello to you in some form or another. Ed Pizzo said hello. I'm just skimming through people because we'll run through them all night. Our friends in Basement Wrestling wanted to say hello to you once upon a time. So everybody was out there for you. But I don't think you're bloated, Anthony. I definitely don't think that you're bloated. And I definitely don't think you ate 5 pounds of Doritos Loco Tacos from Taco Bell. And Ox said he saw this all coming, and maybe he did, maybe he didn't. I don't know, but I think ultimately a lot has been said tonight, and I
just gotta leave it on this note, Tom.
Yes, and I gotta get a plug in before you do that. But go ahead.
Go ahead and plug it. Go ahead. Plug it.
I gotta plug my buddy who's got a band, got a new single out, and his name is a man that's been here many times on my platform, Anthony J. Finkel. You're Anthony Steele, the real deal, the most controversial figure in wrestling history. But Anthony Finkel's got a new single with his band, Rust Eater. You can check him out on Instagram, Rust Eater Band. The new single is called Vultures. It's on all platforms, Spotify, YouTube, iTunes, DistroKid. It just came out. They're one of the premier metalcore bands out there. They're playing all over the place. They played in Virginia, New Jersey, Brooklyn, you name a place. They'll play it. Check them out on Instagram. Check them out on all social media platforms. And they've been an up-and-coming band these last several months. and check him out. It's Rust Eater Band on Instagram. You can see the guys here previously. They have a big show coming up. It's going to take place right a week after Labor Day. It's going to be September the 6th, Artist Spotlight in Boonton, Warped. And I'm all warped from saying it, but you can check them out there in Boonton, New Jersey. I don't even know where that is, but somebody will go out there. And please go buy a ticket to the band because they're going to bring that warped torp energy to the suburbs. And you can check them out, see them in the flesh and wound. And it's Ain't No Party Like a Rust Eater Party. But yeah, go buy their new single, download it, check it out, tell us what you think. And Rust Eater Band single Vultures from our buddy Anthony Finkel, the other Anthony here. But Anthony, I know you have a few things to say. I'm going to give you that opportunity before we sign off.
Everything will come on August 16th to the Wolves that they deserve. Y'all said you ain't never seen Anthony Steele and Justin Parsley side by side.
No, we haven't.
Working as a team. Working as a team. August 16th, you will see what it's like for Anthony Steele and Justin Parsley to work as a team. No one thought Anthony Steele would team up with Soldier GP. You're about to see it August 16th. No one thought that Drago and Anthony could coexist in a same match together, and you will see it August 16th. And JX, oh, buddy, is it going to be fun with me and you teaming together August 16th. So Felix, Ox, Jason, Jordan, and also Mr. Storm out there. August 16th, it's going to be one of the biggest matches of y'all's careers. But it's also going to be one of the biggest losses of y'all's career. And Felix, we start, we're going to finish. And at the end of that match, when the bell rings, Felix, I want you to look at Omen and say the same words that I said tonight. I'm sorry, Omen. I'm sorry I couldn't get the job done for you. And Omen, I say it one more time. Beat Damian Saint. Because if you don't, I will. And you're not getting another fucking shot at my championship until you earn it.
Whoa! He took the glasses off and he called his shot. And ladies and gentlemen, what a shot of war, to quote a previous IMF show. And I'll tell you what, this is one. Anthony Steele never disappoints. He always delivers here on Sportswire. I hope for his sake that he delivers coming out in the all-out war match. I can't wait for it. We're donating tickets to the show. We have a lot of coverage here ahead before then. It's 2 weeks from tomorrow, and I can't wait. And there is no doubt here that there is plenty to say, no question. And Soldier says it. Listen, see you the 16th. We go side by side to beat the House of Wolves. It will be a war. And it's going to definitely be a war like no other. Justin Parsley was here. Very curious what he thinks. Jovi was here. Wonder what he thinks. The Foundation Brethren Drago was quiet tonight. Wonder what he thinks. But I'll tell you what, it's all coming to a head. You got coverage here coming up. And it was Anthony Steele Day. And he certainly had his day here on Sportswire. Kind of poetic, Anthony, because you said so much. You apologized. People are going to remember this for a long time. Anthony Steele apologized to the men that he is going to war and giving them fits over these past few years. And he apologized to all of them and talked about the House of Wolves and the plan. He's not a yes man, and he's not a guy that certainly takes it, and he's going to see if he can put that all together here to eventually get him that IMF championship. And if you hear out there on all platforms, please follow the IMF on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. Hit that sub button for me for IMF's platforms to support them. They support us. Please support them. We've worked with them from almost pretty much the beginning. It is Omen's platform. Whatever you may think, it is his platform, and we want to appreciate everybody here. Cameron Cage was here. He did want to say hello. Chase Wakefield was here. Wanted to say hello to him. Justin Parsley, all he said was steal the show. Said nothing else but steal the show. But if you want to follow Anthony and maybe see more of what he does, follow him on Instagram. Check him out on all other platforms he's on, such as YouTube and TikTok. And Jade did want to say hello, and she will get that hello in. And Anthony, definitely a memorable show. It always is. You definitely don't disappoint. And I am so curious when you come back here that Thursday before the All Out War. And I am also even more curious what Felix gets to say. And everybody else will also have, I'm sure, reaction when he comes on here as the PWF champion, because you even challenged him for his championship, and you want to start that all-out war match with him. That's going to certainly be, I am sure, a memorable conversation when he comes on here next week. And I'm almost tongue-tied. And Anthony, you definitely, I've said a mouthful, and you even talked about stipulations. We ran in circles with that, to quote Post Malone. But you are certainly, just like Ozzy, lovable in many ways. You are our Prince of Darkness. It is the Steel Man cometh, and I definitely almost expect you to not bite the heads off bats, but maybe your opponents here in the House of Wolves coming up. Bats and Wolves, maybe it's the same thing for you. And thank you as always. We'll give you the certificate when we're off the air, and I'll see you here in 2 weeks, I have no doubt. But maybe even sooner, because Felix is going to be on here next week. I'm sure you'll return the favor, right? I'm sure you'll come on here when that happens, I'm sure.
TikTok, Omen.
That
Your
is
time's running out.
Well,
and my time's only
just begun. But you know what? Omen always gets the last one. The house always wins. The house always wins, because if he beats you, you don't get to challenge for those championships anytime this year. And we know Omen's plan is still
like you said, Omen. I'm gonna take the words out of your mouth. No, you don't control PWF. But I'll give you that. If I lose to you, Omen, as long as you have that championship, I'll never come after the IMF World Championship.
Boy, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, the mic drops, the pipe bombs, they just keep dropping left and right, but there's no more bombs to be dropped. For now, the talking ends tonight, and even Zilla comes in. And Anthony, we know your history with Zilla is very checkered, and she's still with the Wolves. I don't know what to make of it, but I'll tell you what, I hope, Anthony, for your brethren, your teammates in the All Out War match, that they can get along and believe this and go along with you. Soldier seems like he's going along with it, but we still don't know what JX, Drago, and even Justin Parsley, they think about this. But we'll find out in due time. And Anthony, thank you for all you do. And by the way, Omen, it's his show. He ain't letting you go until he decides. When I beat you, you have to hold my hand up and tell the fan. And we saw what you and Dirty did. He's basically saying you're going to be his Dirty to what you did to Dirty 2 months ago now almost. Oh, listen, I don't know, Anthony. Anthony, I just can't wait to see this all unfold. And thank you, everybody here, for tuning in. Please hit the sub button for us here on Sportswire Radio. Hit the follow buttons for the IMF on all their great platforms. I can't wait to be back with you. We're here tomorrow with, I forgot who I'm with tomorrow. Sunday's Mr. Hardcore. That'll be exciting. So the legendary Mr. Hardcore. And I even hear from a birdie, Anthony, that this guy Gabe Sayers is coming back on here. And I didn't even get a chance to ask you about him again. And he's going to be talking about you. He is going to be talking about you and a number of things. And I even heard you mention New Jersey briefly. And he'll talk about that too here when he comes up, because he's going to be back here real soon. And stay tuned for all of that. But thank you, everybody, for tuning in here on Sportswire Radio. My name is the Reverend Tom Bryce, your voice, figuratively and literally, where all music and wrestling matters. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Come on, Anthony. You want to say what you always want to steal with me. Good morning, good afternoon. Come on, Anthony. You got it. I'm going to let you do it, Anthony.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are on the number one talk show that is Sportswire Radio.
We love Anthony still. Anthony, we love you, Anthony. And I know they may not in the house, but we love you. You got it, Anthony. We'll see you soon. Thank you. And Anthony said it, so we have nothing else to say, and we'll see you soon.